Hey, what's up you guys? It's Six. Welcome back to my channel. So as you guys know, I have been wanting to get more into traditional art, not just lately, but this year in general. And as if it weren't more perfect timing, Ohuhu ended up sending me this pack of their Honolulu series markers. And while this video isn't sponsored, they did send me these in exchange for making a few videos for you guys. But since I love Ohuhu markers anyway and have been itching to make some traditional art, I was more than happy to do so. I have been dying to work with markers more this year. But that being said, that is not all that Ohuhu sent me. So y'all might remember that a while back I did a review for their Pastel set, and since then the range has gotten much bigger and they sent me this set to do a giveaway for you guys. I was so excited. I thought it was the perfect way for me to celebrate reaching 6,000 subscribers and give back to all of you who have been helping this channel grow since the very beginning. With that being said, I do have to mention that this giveaway is unfortunately exclusive to the US just due to all of the craziness that is international shipping and customs and everything that comes with that. As much as I would like for this to be international, I do sometimes do international giveaways for like my commissions and stuff when I do like draw the senior style events or like drawing your OCs kinds of things. So if that's something you're interested in, be sure you're subscribed, you got my notifications on, following me on social media, all that fun stuff, so you can see when I want to do one of those in the future. But for now, to enter this particular giveaway, all you have to do is be following me as well as Ohuhu over on Instagram, and leave a comment on the post linked in the description. I'll be running this giveaway until March 10th, and I'll announce the winner on Instagram as well as my community tab on the 12th. Thanks again to Ohuhu for sending these markers and being a part of this giveaway, which is crazy to me. So let's get on to the video. Before we get into the speed paint, I just wanted to mention a few things about my initial reaction to this set. So I really like that Ohuhu's sets provide actual swatch sheets on paper, like real paper, for you to fill in yourself, partly because I really like swatching markers, but also because it lets me see what these markers will actually look like in use, and I won't have to constantly swatch to figure out what the marker is going to look like. I also like that the pouch itself comes with a little slot in the back to place the sheets, so you don't have to worry about losing them, which was a huge problem that I had with my Copic swatch sheets. It also came with a little booklet that has information about their other sets and a little plastic sheet to protect other pages in your sketchbook. I think these little dudes are super handy and way more effective than scrap paper. They're made out of a really nice, like kind of like soft plasticky vinyl-y material. I'm not sure what they're made of exactly, but they work. Overall, I really vibe with the color story in this set, and I dig the fact that all of Ohuhu's sets come with all of this while still being really affordable. That's the thing I can never really get over with them, is how are y'all doing more than Copic at a fraction of the price and just as good a quality? Hello? Slay, if you ask me. I cannot wait to dive into this set, so let us just get into the speed paint. So, as I'm sure y'all saw from the title, despite me not mentioning it this far into the video, this is a 3 marker challenge. I ended up choosing which 3 colors I wanted to work with purely because I am very rusty when it comes to doing traditional art, and I wanted to be able to have as much fun with this piece as I possibly could. But if you want to see a real challenge, I plan to do a video in the future where I use every single color from this set as well as their glitter marker set, which I am dying to actually use in an illustration, so stay tuned for that. Despite mentioning that I chose these colors deliberately, when I first started working with them, I thought I had made a huge mistake. So I intentionally chose a lighter color, a mid-tone, and a darker color, not necessarily intending them to be highlight, mid-tone, and shadow, of course. I just wanted a range in tones and to see how each of them would mix to create more colors and values on their own. I chose Moss, Tender Pink, and Rainflower Purple, partially because I liked their names and also because they were pink, purple, and green, which are some of my favorite colors to work with. In fact, my very first 3 marker challenge on this channel was a similar palette. The Rainflower Purple was the lightest color and thus the one that I wanted to use for the base of this character because I thought it would be easiest to build off of, and this is where I thought I'd made that mistake. So I went over top with Tender Pink because I wanted to use it as, of course, a shadow color, and was mortified because it is almost so fluorescent that it just eats through the purple instantly. But I went back over it with the Rainflower Purple to try to save it, and to my surprise, it turned out so pretty. Almost like the pink was working as an underpainting rather than shining on its own, which I guess technically it is an underpainting, but I don't usually think of markers in that way, so I didn't mind it at all, and honestly it completely changed the way that I look at working with them, and I knew I wasn't going to stray away from that as far as the base goes, so then it just became a matter of how I wanted to incorporate the green and what I wanted to do for her hair, which was incredibly difficult if you can tell from the multiple options I was toying around with during the planning portion. The problem I think I struggled with the most was that I genuinely only wanted to use the two colors, being pink and purple, which I think is saying something about how versatile this set and these markers are in terms of layering, but also a testament to how limiting your palette can alter your creativity. Like I said, I almost never use markers in this way. Even during 3 marker challenges in the past, I've sort of viewed them as like, here's your 3 colors, use them as they are, kind of like pick a spot for each of them to shine and then layer it with itself to shade, and you're done. And sure, that can sometimes lead to a satisfying result and an interesting enough palette, but layering the colors in this way gave me such a wider range of hues and values that I wouldn't have had otherwise, at least with the pink and purple. And then came the green. I liked how they looked together so much that it was hard for me to figure out where to work in the moss color. I liked how the character looked with purple skin and pink hair and pink eyes. So where was I supposed to put green? When I first started sketching, I did a sort of one-off design of this character that you're seeing now, with the purple base, pink hair, updo with a green headband and green eyes, thinking that I liked the pink eyes in my initial sketch so much because, fun fact, both the eyes were pink. I know one of them was green, but both of them were pink, and I liked it so much that there was no possible way I thought that I was going to end up with this character. And then my partner was like, that's my favorite. I showed them the batches, and he was like, I like that one. And I kept showing him other designs, and he was like, I like that one. And after that, I couldn't get away from this design. I tried to fight it for a while, throwing together other designs that were mostly pink and purple with just wisps here and there of green, and they didn't work. Eventually, I realized that I needed to incorporate the green more, and the longer I looked at it, the more I liked it. I thought it was a wider range of values, and it had more pops of color. So here we are now with my partner's favorite. It was absolutely nerve-wracking to actually start rendering this character. If you're a longer viewer of the channel, you may have noticed that usually, even when I work traditionally, I start out with a digital sketch that I create in Procreate that I then print out onto my sketchbook paper, and that just was not the case for this illustration in any way. When I was working out the design for this character and testing the colors, as you guys saw, I initially had used a red pencil, which is what I used to always do. Side note, Papermate, please bring back your colored lead, please. Why did you take it from us? I ran out of my blue during this, and you have no idea how devastated I was. I'd use a blue colored pencil for the line art later. I wanted to use my Papermate lead because it is so creamy and so vibrant, and it's gone. Papermate, give it back. Anyways, I have been too scared to fully illustrate that way, being pencil to paper, in recent years, because it was scary. There was so much pressure, and doing all of these, like going straight from pencil and then into markers, because I'm not a line art person. So I would go straight pencil and then marker, and then I would go over top with like colored pencil or fine liner or what have you. And I've been so scared to do that because I just have convinced myself that I don't know how to do it anymore. And then I do it again and it's fun. And that's exactly what happened with this piece. I told myself, because I was just sketching and just planning, that it didn't have to be perfect, and so there was no pressure on myself to make it perfect. And I ended up liking the process so much that not only did I end up loving the test itself, but it also inspired me to go straight from pencil to final. And I have to say that I am so glad I did it this way. There just was something so fun and enjoyable about just drawing and never having to look at a screen apart from my phone camera to make sure I was in frame. Just pencil to paper to finish. And I remember the entire time that I was working on this piece, I just kept commenting to my partner about how much fun I was having. Like 6, 7 different times I was like, I'm having so much fun. This is so much fun. And I haven't had this much fun making art in a very long time. So I hope to do a lot more of this in the future. So I should be mostly done with the speed paint portion now, which means it's time for finer details. I like to do this off camera because when I do these sorts of details, I really like to get up close to the page to do them, and it's hard to do that and keep my big head out of frame. So enjoy these short clips before the final reveal. So here is the final piece. I really enjoyed working on this illustration. It was so nice to get back to drawing traditionally again, and I know that I'll be definitely doing that with these under my belt. Thank you again to Ohuhu for sending me these markers, and don't forget to run to enter the giveaway. Remember, all you have to do is be following myself and Ohuhu and comment on that related post. And a last final thank you to my patrons who mean the absolute world to me: Elise Thompson, Duran, Mandy, Sleeps, Created by Twins, Inkimu Art, Psychwalker Art, Fishner Flesh, Akita Kai, Watery Turd, Daru, Aurora Inks, and Chloe. You guys really do mean so much to me, and I am so happy because almost every single one of you, so many of you that were on the matcha mail tier and received those glitter rewards, messaged me and told me how much you liked them, and that made me cry. I was really proud of them. This month's rewards are also going to be very experimental, as you guys might have seen from the poll. I'm testing out a new style. Surprise, surprise. So I hope you guys are interested to see that. If you are, feel free to go check out the Patreon. It's patreon.com/sixstudios. I have a ton of cool stuff over there. And yeah, that is about it for this video, you guys. I love y'all so much, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.